Hi everyone. Ignore the running water if you can hear it, it's just my fish tank next to me. Wanted to show you today how to make a little terrarium, just like a sort of beginner terrarium thing. I've always wanted to make one of these, decided to make one, and I thought I'd share how I made it. So what I did, got this big jar, got this from a shop called The Range, and it was only £1.99 or £2.99. I think it was £2.99 I think at the most. Could be the £1.99 one, but around about £2-3 anyway. And I've got quite a big jar, and it's got one of those lids that seals shut with a little clip, and it's got like a rubber stopper in. I wanted one that was a decent enough size. The first one I got was too small and didn't work, so I got a bigger jar. And all I've done is like a sort of natural sort of local area type terrarium. So basically this is stuff I found in my garden. So what I've done is I've got my false bottom that I've got on, which helps with drainage of the soil and everything, so the roots aren't sitting in water. Is some gravel out of my old fish tank, and I filled that up about an inch at the bottom. Then I've got about an inch of coconut fibre, and then I've got regular soil on top. And then into that I've planted various little plants from around the garden. Like that one there is like a bedding plant, and it gets to about that big. It will spread and take this over if I don't trim it back, but it doesn't grow much bigger than sort of about that high. I've got a couple of little grasses in there, some moss, some random plant I didn't know what it was, and I've got a piece of ivy which I've just stuck in, and I'm hoping it'll take and it'll root, because it's like a little like dwarf ivy. Like I can't see if I can see the leaves properly, but like the leaves are tiny, as you can see, and it doesn't grow, it just grows long, it doesn't grow like any fatter or anything. So yeah, this is what I made today. And then it's just a case of, once you've got the layers, putting your plants in, putting a bit of water in. You don't need too much. I've put about probably what, a couple of ounces of water. There's not a lot in there. And then just seal the lid, and then just going to let nature take its course. Because what will happen is naturally the water will go to the bottom, it'll evaporate, it'll sort of permeate through the soil and evaporate and everything, and then it'll condense onto the side of the jar and then fall back down and basically re-moisten the soil. So basically once you've got it sealed, you shouldn't have to touch it, other than maybe if you have to trim anything. I am going to look more into the sort of plants and things I can use, but for now I've just used stuff that I know I've got in the garden that doesn't grow very big. So yeah, and that one at the back grows some really nice, I think that's actually like a forget-me-not type of thing. It grows some really cute little flowers in there, so that should look quite nice. So yeah, oh, make sure as well, between the layer of what they call the false bottom, which is like the sandy gravelly layer, and the soil, make sure you've got like a little bit of mesh, just to keep the roots out of the bottom bit as much as possible, and also it just stops the soil mixing with the gravelly stuff at the bottom. That just helps maintain it, so it will carry on doing its drainage effect, because otherwise you'll end up with like really boggy soil, and the roots of the plants just sit in water and rot. So yep, that's it. Just a very simple terrarium, and it only cost me the cost of the jar, which was £2.99. I'd already got the leftover gravel from my fish tank. I'd already got the coconut bark, because I used that in my snail tank, and the plants were in the garden, so they were free. So yeah, hope you like this little video. I'll keep you up to date with how this is going, and if anything goes wrong or I have to change anything. Never done one before, so I'm expecting something to go wrong, but you never know, we'll keep going. And what it is I want to put more sort of natural objects and things in my art studio, because I like the plants and stuff and being outside, but obviously it's freezing at the moment and stuff, and I do like to have flowers and things around me, but I also need stuff where if I forget to water it, it's not going to die immediately, because I do kill plants if I'm not careful. I'm great at looking after plants outside in the garden, but house plants I'm terrible at, and most house plants do die with me. So trying that, because then all I've got to do is very rarely water it, if ever. Once it's established, I shouldn't have to water this or open this up again. I should be able to just let it grow and do its thing, which would be quite nice. I'd like to see how it let it organically grow and do its thing and see what happens. These fellas I got for my desk too, which is a bunch of succulents. That's like a sort of aloe vera type plant at the back, and then some succulent things here. Oops, careful, I nearly broke it. And then like I think that's a money plant, that one. And I got that from Aldi. It was about £8, and it came with the whole pot and everything. It looks really pretty. What I like about these, like I said, is as long as they're near the window so they get a bit of sunlight, they're fine. And also just got to water them occasionally. Like I'll just put a little drop in there, but about now and again, about once a week, something like that. Basically stuff where I don't have to remember to water it every week, or where I don't have to remember to like sort of tend to it every day. I'll be fine. So yeah, that's what I've got in my studio to brighten up the place. And yep, I'm going to leave that to it and see how it goes. And then in my fish tank, there's an Anubis plant in there, which is an aquatic plant. He's doing all right. It's got some new leaves and everything, so there is new growth on it. So hopefully it's got enough water. Fingers crossed it has. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. If you'd like to see more, click on the subscribe button, and my links are in the description box. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, I'm fumsmusings on Patreon. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.